Jerome Jacobson stole $24 million from the McDonald's Monopoly game by secretly pocketing the winning game pieces before they ever touched a single box of French fries. He wore a custom-designed secret vest to smuggle the multi-million-dollar stickers out of high-security printing facilities, handing them over to a network of mafia mobsters and desperate recruits who claimed the cash. Today, we uncover how a former police officer turned corporate security chief completely rigged America's favorite fast food game for over a decade, leaving millions of ordinary customers chasing prizes that simply did not exist. But the scheme didn't just end with stolen cash. It involved a mysterious million-dollar donation to a children's hospital and a sudden car crash that threatened to tear the whole conspiracy apart. In 1987, McDonald's launched its Monopoly promotion, turning millions of fast food bags and cups into potential lottery tickets. The concept was simple: peel off a sticker of Boardwalk or Park Place, and you could instantly become a millionaire. For McDonald's, it was a marketing goldmine, driving massive sales spikes as families bought extra meals just for another chance to win. To manage this high-stakes promotion, McDonald's hired an outside marketing firm called Simon Marketing. Simon Marketing's job was to print, secure, and distribute these rare, life-changing pieces. Enter Jerome Jacobson. He was a former Florida police officer who had transitioned into private security, eventually rising to become the head of security for Simon Marketing. Jacobson was the man entrusted with the keys to the kingdom. He was responsible for overseeing the printing presses at Dittler Brothers and ensuring that nobody, absolutely nobody, could tamper with the winning game pieces. But instead of protecting the vault, the security chief realized he was the only one who held the combination. It started small. In 1989, while overseeing the production process, Jacobson managed to slip a winning game piece worth $25,000 into his pocket. He didn't redeem it himself. That would be too obvious. Instead, he gave it to a relative who cashed it in and split the money with him. It worked flawlessly. No alarms went off, no investigators showed up at his door, and Simon Marketing remained completely oblivious. Empowered by his success, Jacobson realized he had stumbled onto a gold mine. Over the next few years, he began systematically stealing nearly every major winning game piece. But as the prizes grew larger, Jacobson faced a massive problem. He couldn't keep using the same small circle of friends and family without drawing suspicion from tax authorities and internal auditors. He needed a wider, highly organized distribution network. In 1995, a chance encounter introduced him to Gennaro Jerry Colombo, a high-ranking associate of the notorious Colombo crime family. This meeting transformed Jacobson's quiet side hustle into a highly organized criminal enterprise. To understand how they got away with it, you have to look at the exact mechanism Jacobson used to bypass state-of-the-art security. The McDonald's Monopoly game relies on the extreme rarity of specific key game pieces. If you get the rare piece, you win the grand prize. Jacobson's job was to transport these rare pieces from the printing presses of Dittler Brothers to the packaging factories, where they were attached to cups and fry boxes. To do this, he wore a specially designed, secret vest under his clothing, packed with hidden pockets to conceal the stolen tickets. During his journeys, Jacobson would slip into airport bathrooms. There, under the dim lights of a locked stall, he would carefully open the sealed envelopes containing the winning pieces. He would swap the multi-million-dollar winning stickers for worthless common ones, and then reseal the envelopes using his own supply of official, tamper-proof stickers that he had stolen from his own security inventory. Once the fake envelopes were delivered to the factories, the real winning pieces were safely tucked inside Jacobson's vest. He would then sell these stolen winning pieces to his network of associates. He sold a $10,000 piece for $2,000 and a $200,000 piece for $45,000. For the highly coveted $1 million tickets, Jacobson demanded a kickback of up to $50,000 up front. As the years rolled on, the network of fake winners expanded rapidly, involving over 50 co-conspirators. The associates recruited ordinary people, known as proxy winners, to claim the prizes. These proxies were coached on how to present themselves to McDonald's, often using out-of-state addresses to make the wins. Look geographically random, but when you rig a multi-million-dollar game, human nature inevitably creates cracks. In November 1995, an anonymous envelope containing a $1 million winning game piece arrived at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. A receptionist almost threw it away, thinking it was junk mail. When the hospital realized it was real, McDonald's agreed to honor the prize, paying out $50,000 annually, even though the piece had been stolen and mailed by Jacobson in a bizarre act of charity. Meanwhile, the web of criminals grew increasingly reckless. Gennaro Jerry Colombo, the mafia associate, became so confident that he even appeared in a national McDonald's television commercial, smiling and holding a giant cardboard check as a lucky winner. But the criminal alliance took a devastating blow in 1998 when Colombo died in a violent car accident. With his primary distributor gone, Jacobson was forced to find new, less reliable accomplices. He turned to people like Andrew Glom, who justified his involvement by claiming the fraud wasn't hurting anybody and that he was simply helping people in need. Others, like Gloria Brown, were crushed by the immense psychological and financial pressure of living a lie, constantly terrified of being caught. The House of Cards finally collapsed in the year 2000. An anonymous informant placed a call to FBI Special Agent Richard Dent, revealing that the McDonald's Monopoly winners were all secretly connected to a single man named Uncle Jerry. Dent passed the tip to Special Agent Doug Matthews, a high-energy investigator who saw the potential in this bizarre lead. The FBI launched Operation Final Answer to catch the conspirators red-handed without tipping them off. Matthews devised a brilliant undercover strategy. The FBI created a fake production company called Shamrock Productions, posing as a camera crew hired by McDonald's to film promotional commercials with past winners. Undercover FBI agents traveled the country, interviewing the fraudulent winners. They asked them to describe the exact moment they found their winning tickets. On camera, the nervous winners stumbled over their fabricated stories, contradicting themselves and giving the FBI all the evidence they needed. They watched as George Chandler, who had redeemed a $1 million piece, struggled to keep his story straight. The trap was set, and the FBI was ready to pull the trigger on a massive, nationwide bust. The public was stunned. Over 50 people were ultimately convicted of mail fraud and conspiracy. Jacobson was sentenced to 37 months in federal prison and ordered to pay $12.5 million in restitution. The human cost of the scam was devastating. Millions of ordinary McDonald's customers had spent their hard-earned money for 12 years, completely unaware that they had absolutely zero chance of winning the grand prizes. Proxy winners like George Chandler were left financially ruined. After his sentencing to home arrest and restitution, Chandler remarked, "I'm a loser in the purest sense of the word." The corporate fallout was equally swift. McDonald's immediately terminated its contract with Simon Marketing, forcing the firm into a sudden worldwide closure that cost thousands of innocent employees their jobs. Dittler Brothers, the historic printing company, also suffered fatal reputational damage and closed its doors. To salvage its battered reputation and restore public trust, McDonald's launched an unprecedented emergency $10 million cash giveaway to prove that, this time, real people could actually win. Jacobson's trial began on September 10, 2001. But the very next day, the world changed forever. The September 11 terrorist attacks completely dominated the news cycle, pushing the trial of the century off the front pages and into obscurity. Jerome Jacobson's 12-year reign as the secret puppet master of the fast food world ended not with a bang, but with a whisper. Ruined businesses and sent his friends to prison, all for a game that was rigged from the very first roll of the dice. It serves as a stark reminder of how easily trust can be weaponized from within, and how a simple piece of paper can destroy lives when greed takes the wheel. If you want to uncover more unbelievable stories of financial deception, corporate downfalls, and the brilliant minds who almost got away with it, subscribe to the Collapse Files and hit the notification bell. Let us know in the comments, did you play the McDonald's Monopoly game during those rigged years?